Hello, this is Janko Paunović, and on this episode of Double Scope, we're going to talk about a match between Astralis and Fnatic at IEM Chicago 2018. It's the last map of the series and the score is 15-14 in favor of Fnatic. One important thing to notice at the beginning of the round is the fact that Crims has an AWP. Now Crims is not known to be an AWPer, he didn't use it previously in this game, so this is coming in as a complete surprise for Astralis. And in addition to that, it's also important to note that it's a glass cannon AWP, right? So he doesn't have armor to help him deal with maybe some utility damage or wall bangs and things like that. Device is just going to go for some early banana control, using his Molotov for car, just trying to see if anyone is going to overextend. Basically, once he sees the HE, which does a lot of damage to him, he's going to try to return that damage, but he gets caught by the AWP of Crims. Now Astralis, being the methodical team that they are, they already have a fast reaction set. They're trying to take mid control in return, which is the standard reaction once you lose banana control. You're trying to get map control somewhere else on the map, and they do that pretty easily. They get mid control, but what happens after that is they want to just do that and fall back as fast as possible towards B. They don't account for Twists, who went for a peek right after they had mid control, and he got the information for his team that they pulled out, and that's why he's already rotating towards that B bomb site, and that means that Fnatic has a 3-man setup over on B. You can see now that Astralis is already set up with all of their nades, and now we need to pay a little bit of attention to what they're all going to throw. Look at their utility. They have 3 Molotovs left, and they're going to use all 3 of those for the actual execute, mollying dark, mollying new boxes, and throwing a molly for first and second as well. Basically getting rid of all the nasty choke points in the bomb side. They have 2 smokes as well to cut off CT, so they're going to pretty much be able to cover the whole bomb site with the utility that they have. On the other side of things, Fnatic used their last smoke, which is going to clear very soon, and they don't really have much on this B bomb site to help them fight this execute, except for the flash on Twist, who is playing with that second AWP towards the CT spawn. As Astralis starts executing, pay attention to how they wait for a few seconds after throwing the Molotovs. This is so if any of the CT players decide to just peek by running out of the Molotov, they can get the easy punish, or if they want to stay in the Molotov, which is what Crims did in this situation, they have to take a lot of damage, and Astralis just doesn't concede a pick before the Molotov can do any damage really. And you can see that Crims actually, because he was lacking armor in this round, he burns 100 HP from the Molotov in dark. Twists, he just goes for the straight up peek with the AWP from CT spawn, which potentially could be a mistake. He had a flash, he could have used that flash to help Xist with his peek, which is also going to be unsuccessful. He straight up dies as well. They could have also double peeked with that flash, and Astralis just gets 3 entry kills in a 4v5 situation with a really good usage of their utility, good patience with the execute, but that's just what made this Astralis team great. In crunch situations, in high pressure situations, they kept their composure, they had the mental fortitude to mount these comebacks and win these close games and just outplay their opponents. Astralis would go on to beat Fnatic in overtime, win the final against Team Liquid, who else, and adding a much needed win for their Intel Grand Slam, which they would go on to complete later that year and be the first team to win the Intel Grand Slam and $1 million. This was Janko Paunović. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video, to subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more episodes of Double Scope.